The first is that we are a missional church, and that church exists outside and beyond the four walls of the gathered community at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
Yes.
And all the literature that we read and the inspirational stories from the other congregations that were taking part, the videos we watched, the books that we read, all of that was inspirational and just pointed to lives being changed, lives being transformed, views being widened just by embracing the wider community of our neighbourhoods. And the programme itself was structured in a way that we began by seeing what other people were doing. We then started walking our neighbourhood. We then started engaging with people in our neighbourhood and finding out more about them. And it turned us a little bit, in my thinking certainly, from a church that was a gathered community doing things the way they always used to do, same language, same liturgy, same routines, same patterns, into something that was embracing a new wind of change, open to what the Spirit may be doing, already doing in the lives of people outside the door, and made us more open, more accepting, more curious perhaps. And I think that's where the Spirit is. I think that's where new life is. And I think for a church like Clayton Wesley, full of older people set in their ways, there are two stories. One is palliative care. We keep on doing things the way we've always done until nobody's left to want that. Or we begin to change and look at what God may want to do with our buildings, with our spaces. And behind the church we've got Hope's Cafe, where there is a world of activity and life that feels quite disconnected from the life of the church. And yet God is there. God is moving. God is at work in people's lives. They may have different language. They might explain it in different ways. But it's really wonderful that we find holy ground in those conversations, in learning, in eating together, in just embracing the other. It's true to my diaconal heart. It's true to my calling into ministry. I think it's where God is calling us to be, to step outside of that 1 hour on a Sunday and to be all of life disciples and to go into the world and be witnesses to what's God, and to join in with what God's doing.